Welcome to Vlogmas Day 11. On this occasion, I'm doing a sort of job that I've put off for a number of years now, and it drastically needs doing this time. And it's this cupboard under the stairs. It's been a lot of different uses, mostly originally for the recyclable boxes before we had the wheelie bins. At the moment it's just storing all my excess pieces for Christmas, my kitchen roll, toilet rolls and sweets and everything like that. The coffee table was brought from IKEA a number of years ago because it was cheaper than buying wood to actually make something. So I've pulled out the shoe rack, which is actually a bookcase I got from Marketplace for £2.50, and I've just corralled all the pieces I want to put in the back in the cupboard, you know, like for like all the drinks. I've got all my Christmas food there. There's bags. Every time I've emptied a piece, I've tried to sort of share my progress. We've now got the coffee table out. This is why I wanted both the guys available. I would say I did 3/4 of the work, but they did the heavy lifting, and very often I kept stopping them from whatever they were doing, saying, meeting, consultation, you know, sort of, throwing out ideas and the plan that I had to do this cupboard. And that is a large tent. And as you can see, that is under the stairs. So there was a lot of room, and it was just like a chipboard sort of divider that we took out a number of years ago for the extra space. This is a cut down shelving that actually is for a shed, but it was in my upstairs cupboard originally. Again, everything, this is why I've put it off, is always worse before it gets better. So I've got all my games, and as I'm putting them all together, I'm trying to see if I can thin each section down a bit. This was one of the times I need both of the guys moving stuff and just a general consultation. It's been on the cards a while. It was just making that initial start. How many of you out there think, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but there's going to be a mess, it's going to be probably a lot of work. It's just making that start. It's given me great satisfaction to finally get this done, as this project has been sort of, oh my god, like I probably said previously, for about 5 years. And it was a big job. So I've decluttered the pegs. So I know the guys have got our son's got his work thick fleece, but he's got his jacket behind there. That's his work jacket, because he can't wear that one at work, but backwards and forwards he does. That's hubby's actual work jacket. That's hubby's coat, and that's mine. Then we got these here umbrellas. They normally stay there anyway. We do have a ketchup bowl there, but this is where it starts changing. I've got 2 pairs of gloves there for the guys. Mine are in my coat pocket because I use them all the time. Got hats, which are mostly mine. The guys have got theirs, but they're down there, and I'll explain that in a minute. Then there's 3 scarves for each member of the family in that basket. Hubby's work trainers backwards and forwards. It's probably a bit dark there, but he does change into industrial boots when he gets to work. And then he's got his work hat there. They're my trainers. Then I've got our son's trainers. Again, here's another one who changes into work boots when he gets to work, and his hat, beanie hat there for work as well. So pretty much, except for a little bit tweaking, that stayed the same because it did work. It's just a matter of decluttering the coat pegs. Now this is the biggest difference coming up in a minute. I've done it so this opens. I've got the baby gate behind, and I've got the sort of boot tray there for any footwear, so I can bring that out, put it down on the floor for guests, so the carpet doesn't get wet. And this is the biggest one of all, as you might have seen from previous footage. This is what I wanted to do. I had a plan, and I'm glad, because it was one of those days where everything seemed to go smoothly. So I'm just gonna sort of get down there so I can show you what I've done. So the lighting's not actually brilliant, so I've got my lamp here, but I didn't really want to have to sort of blind you. So that is the box there. It's using the hot, warm and cold method, as I keep saying. That's got all shopping bags in, and we also got thick bags, you know, for freezer stuff and everything. This category, except possibly for all these, we don't need all these, is for Christmas. So I've got all my mince pies, crackers, shortbread there, the squirty cream. I said that's my sort of go-to if we have any guests turn up, aside biscuits, you know, if it's like mid-afternoon or something. I've got my Costa gingerbread there and some whitener. Then buried at the back there, I've got 2 tubs of Celebration and some chocolate sort of cakes and things. Then we've got the stuffing. This is all for Christmas Day, gravy and everything. And like some of these, I've got to do my food cupboard tomorrow. My general food cupboard, just go through it. So a couple of those might go back into the kitchen, but I've put those up there for the time being. Then I've got pasta there, tea bags, because obviously some quantities we get a lot of, rice. I've got my large oil there, spray oil. We tend to use more than anything else because of the electric wok. Toilet rolls. I've got just replaced one kitchen roll in the kitchen, and then I've got a bit of tin stuff where I know I've got it already in my cupboard. So I've got 3 cans of custard back there, 2 baked beans, we've got corned beef, peanut butter, I've got one on the go, tin sausages because our son likes those, but there's a tin in the cupboard. And then I've got my washing capsules here, because I've still got some in my tub in the kitchen ready. Down the bottom here, bring my light down, might help, is bottled drinks. This is something that I've got to sort of fill. This is going to be for savoury crisps and everything like that. I've got me popcorn in there at the moment, so the large bags of sort of party crisps. I said that jigsaws have got to fit on one shelf. Our son is doing one at the moment, but there's still sort of a space here if it'll fit. And then we took the cars out, little mini cars, because they belonged to both our sons originally, but we had like my friend's grandkids used to like playing with these, and now our granddaughter does. They've actually been thinned down from a big basket just to a small canvas bin here. And then we've got a few games at the bottom here. We haven't got that many games. These I might not keep because I was given a case by my brother that's got a lot of games in. So these originally were from the caravan, so I don't know whether they'll go back in there next year, you know, just so we've got something for granddaughter as well. Then in this canvas bin I've now got like Tiddlywinks, memory game, which is Avengers, because our granddaughter's got her own in her toy sort of box. We've also got all the bingo stuff in there, playing cards, and Pictionary, where we've no longer got the box, and just, you know, some quiz games in there as well. So that's all in there, so that's worked out really good. So I'm going to swivel around to show you the other bit. All this shelving used to at one point be at in my upstairs cupboard, but then I asked Hubby about cutting it down so it would fit in here. So basically it's transferred from one sort of L shape to the other, because this is the sort of stuff that I need to get easy reach, and that's why we're altering things now to make it easier for, you know, getting at things rather than struggling. So I've got my heat resistant mat here. Again, it's so I can get at everything easy enough. That box has actually got stamps and coins that belong to hubby. That is the basket that originally had those cars in, but we've thinned that down. That's sort of got a few keep fit bits that also I've cut down. That box has got all shoelaces in and spray to spray on trainers and everything to make them waterproof. And also in that basket, standing up, I've got my yoga mat. Below that, behind here, I've actually got the base of that old Hoover. My purple one probably will eventually go back upstairs. That's the attachments in a bag to that Hoover, because we got rid of the other part because it didn't work, but we thought we'd keep that because it's handy for hoovering out the cars. Then I've got my granny trolley there, walking stickers there because hubby hurt his back years ago, but we're not going to get rid of it because it's handy to keep. And then going back here is 2 tents. One of them is a massive tent, which was ours. I think it's sort of, if I remember, 8 people I think it can sleep. It's a massive one. Our son's tent is there. I think it's a 5 berth if I remember rightly. We've also got the Air Buddy in there as well. And going down, there's like the cooking thing. We've got the carpet that belongs to our son for his tent, and there's the electric cable and all sorts of things back there, but it's there so we can easily get his stuff out for next year when he wants to go camping. So I'm really pleased how it's all turned out, and this is where the difference makes. Hubby did this. This is the original carpet, and this is where hubby actually cut through years ago to actually store like the tents and everything before we had the big shed, but we still like to put them in here because we know then they are secure and not going to get damaged or anything. This has been a lot of different things. It used to even have a tiny little desk in here when the boys were younger, and a bookcase because they used to use it like a little den. And then I'll share with you what we're actually going to get rid of. So this is the rubbish we're getting rid of. We're finally letting the coffee table go because it's done its job. Paid about £14 or £16 from IKEA. We've had it about 10-15 years, I'd like to say. It was my idea because hubby was going to come up with something to store the recyclable boxes before we had wheelie bins. So when we were pricing wood up, it was so expensive, so I said, oh, how about we see if we can get a cheap coffee table, because we used to have one very similar that used to be in our lounge. So we got another one, a cheaper one, to go in the under the stairs, as I said. So the recyclable boxes used to be on top because members of the family were more likely to recycle if they didn't have to keep going outside. You know, I've got a box that's in our kitchen that we use for recyclable. Then we just, once it's full, it just gets emptied in the bin. Which is probably near enough every other day anyway. And then we've got a lot of stuff to get rid of as well. So it's really helped because, as I said, just organising everything, it's made a big difference. And I'm so pleased I got this job done as I've put it off for so many years. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.